In September, the Compassionate Eye Foundation asked me, Chris Ryan, to travel with them on behalf of OJO Images and Getty Images to Guatemala to see at first hand all the work they'd been doing. Rob Daly and I flew to Guatemala City, and then we travelled on to Antigua, where we met up with 6 of the directors of the Compassionate Eye Foundation. On day 3, we begin a long stop-start journey up into the interior.
This is the place where a couple of years ago the van slid, and we had a very interesting time inside the van.
8 hours later, we reached our base town of Competencia. We are now in the Wild West. In this very area, Canadian gold mining has polluted the rivers and lakes, poisoned the land, and killed the wildlife. We are looked at with deep suspicion. Tomorrow we travel 1 hour up a steep mountain track to our village. There has been protest hostage taking. It is not safe. Quite tightly packed in. There's also a bunch of dudes in the back. They seem quite wet. We're quite dry. Sorry, dudes in the back. Oh. Here's Rob Daly in the front.
Yeah, tiny car. 3 of us packed in here. Lovely roads. Great stuff.
On reaching the village, everyone streams out to meet us, and for the next 2 days they all insist on sharing whatever they have with us. These are the paths that they use every day. I tried to go down this path. It took about 3 old ladies and 1 guy to help me down it. Not only this is the school that CEF built. Not only does it educate the children, but it is a centre for the community. People gather here for functions, and it becomes an integral part of the community. So I'm outside one of the houses. Conditions are very poor here, as you can see. There's no electricity, there's no water, and there's no sanitation. Combined with that, some of the other problems, which is inside cooking of stoves, so the smoke is just retained inside the house. It's like smoking 4 packs of cigarettes a day. This is very bad. The children are all suffering. One of the biggest problems is malnutrition in the children. The infant mortality rate here is 48%. 1 in every 2 children. What we need to do is buy stoves, have stoves made where the fumes are vented out of the house. This alone would save so many lives. Okay, one of the most precious things on earth, and one of the things that CEF is bringing to these villages, is this. Prior to that, the women had to walk to a muddy pond and fill their jugs with putrid water. This is another one of the projects funded by CEF. Built this whole area here as a football pitch, basketball, meeting place. This was funded by Jonathan and Amy Ross. As you can see, the kids put it to great use. What we're doing is we're taking some family portraits and we're going to print them here on the desk, and then we're going to give them to everybody in about half an hour. We've got 10 families to photograph this afternoon. Rob Daly's doing a terrific job here. We have our special laugh board to make the kids laugh. Seems to work so far.
Okay, number 1. So, there. I think they've seen.
Okay, here we are in one of the villages called La Cumbri. As you can see, it's very isolated, very high, and it's in desperate need of a school. We're going to go and see what exists here and what they're looking for. Okay, this is part of the existing school that's here. This area here is smaller than a garage, and 40 kids currently are tried to be taught in this area here. There's nothing on the floor, it's just mud. I counted 2 benches. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seats for 40 kids. Through here is another area, virtually the same size. This is crumbling walls. This is what they call adobe brick. Again, there's nothing on the floor. There's 30 more kids are taught in this area here. This is just a few yards from the school we just saw. This is the site they own this site. The site is ready to go. They desperately need a school.
Okay.
This is the kitchen for the school. In this area behind me here, they currently cook for 70 children. As you can see, it's beyond basic.
Mothers that come to cook the meals because when it's raining you can't even get the fire started.
There's something about La Cumbri that resonated with me. The people are well organised, and to my untrained eye, it looked like the perfect place to build the next Compassionate Eye Foundation school. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you for contributing to the Compassionate Eye Foundation shoots this year, and I hope you'll join me next year. Huge thank you from me, but more importantly from the children of Guatemala. Thank you.
Hello, London. This is Robert Kent, the founder of Compassionate Eye Foundation in Los Angeles. How are you? I really want to thank you all for your amazing support. We are thrilled with your efforts. I foresee us having a long and beautiful relationship. Our vision, of course, is to build hundreds of schools and educate thousands of children around the world. You guys have been stars. Together, we can do it.